This upcoming weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series is heading out to Watkins Glen, which is another road course in the 2025 calendar, but there's a kick this weekend, and it is Connor Zilisch in a Trackhouse car. And will he be able to bring the fight to his teammate Shane Van Gisbergen, who has won the last 3 road course races, or will SVG make it 4 in a row? Time will tell, but today I am here to give y'all my full-on predictions for Watkins Glen. And enough said here, and on to the intro we go.
Hey, I'm Lady here, and you're watching William Blackman on YouTube.
Shane Van Gisbergen's rookie year in the NASCAR Cup Series has been second to none. His stats have just steadily increased on the ovals, and obviously on the road courses he's been contending for wins week in and week out. The only time things didn't go his way was back in COTA, which is many months ago, but Shane Van Gisbergen finally has it down packed, and I think that he's obviously going to be a force to reckon with this weekend. But I think that Connor Zilisch in the 87 car is just going to have the nod over him. I think Zilisch is going to race this weekend caring zero about points, and he's going to have the perfect strategy, and I think that he's the only driver in the field that can actually bring the fight to SVG. We saw them fight in the Xfinity Series in Chicago. Van Gisbergen won that battle there. You go to Sonoma, they kept it clean. Zilisch won that one there, and I think that if Zilisch can stay out of trouble, because he was in trouble when they raced in COTA earlier this year, but he was actually moving up the field. If he can stay out of trouble, I think that he can easily win the Cup race in Watkins Glen. So I'm going for Connor Zilisch getting career win number 1 at the Glen. Watkins Glen, that is. Shane Van Gisbergen, P2. In a distant P3 will be William Byron, who is coming off a big win in Iowa. They started off the year winning the Daytona 500, and they just steadily got worse. And it felt like they were losing their mojo. The Coke 600 rolls around. They dominate that race, and Chastain beats them, and it's like a gut-wrenching feeling for them because they had the perfect car, the driver did really well, but things just didn't equal out. And had a chance to win Michigan, fuel issues there. The 24 team has had a lot of bad luck, and for them to finally win in Iowa is just a very big deal because, for one, they're now on a hot streak, and obviously we're so close to the playoffs that could translate over to good playoff success. But yeah, Byron, I think that him winning obviously is going to help his teammate Alex Bowman, because that's going to be one less spot taken up by a new potential winner, and that'd be one more spot by a point driver. So maybe if we get another repeat winner into Glen, or a Connor Zilisch win, and we're going to have 2 people point their way in more than likely, because I don't see nobody going to Richmond and blowing the world apart and winning there. I think we're going to see a repeat winner there. So a lot of speculative talk right there. But there you go there. William Byron, P3, helping out his teammate and Alex Bowman a lot by winning Iowa. And moving on, Chris Buescher, P4, and P5, Denny Hamlin. Chris Buescher has a very big weekend ahead of him, because if he does not do well enough, he could be going into Richmond. Let's say if we do have a new winner this year, that's not Connor Zilisch, that's going full-time, Buescher will be in a very bad position because, for one, he's just ever so close to the guy behind him in points, and which is Alex Bowman, or ahead of him in points. But Tyler Reddick is just so far down the road. Tyler Reddick is one decent weekend away from being a NASCAR playoff driver, and he's right now 59 points ahead of his closest opponent. Obviously, one more point and make it a race distant, and he just has to put 2 mid-weekends together. But yeah, Chris Buescher has to be steady. He has to be on his toes. He has to be ready for anything, and I think it's all going to come down to the wire at Daytona. I cannot wait. It's going to be a very nervous couple of weeks at the RFA camp, because right now it's looking like they're going to get a car in the playoffs. But what happens if a new winner happens? They can go from 1 car in to no cars. And so it's going to be a very interesting thing to follow. But yeah, there's my top 5. And dark horse, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch right now, I just don't know how I feel about him. I don't see him winning a Cup race for the rest of this year. I don't think he's going to win Daytona. But I think at Watkins Glen, a top 10 is definitely on the table. But a win is far-fetched. Kyle Busch doesn't have the machinery and equipment that he once had at RCR when he came here back many years ago. I just think that right now, the best thing for him is to finish the season on a high note and go into next year being competitive, because next year is a contract year for him in 2026. So if he doesn't feel like they can give him the championship car he wants in 27, he can leave. So Kyle Busch definitely has the ball in his court. So just finish off the year strong and come back in 2026 is my best advice. But there you go. Connor Zillage winning the Glen. What you think about that? Comment down below.